Hey guys, it's Rod, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about what to do if your Instagram account gets hacked. It's a bit of an unusual topic for me, but it's relevant because I recently had a client whose account was hacked, and it really opened my eyes to the fact that this actually does go on. For some people, if they're an influencer and they have hundreds of thousands or even millions of followers on Instagram, to have their account hacked and taken away from them and held to ransom can be a very, very stressful situation, and it could mean a considerable loss of income. It could mean the loss of their entire business. I had to learn a lot about what this is, and it really opened my eyes. So I wanted to put together this video to help people, A, not get hacked in the first place, and B, what you can do if your account does get hacked and how you can get it back. Now, thankfully, my client was able to get their account back, and they didn't lose any of their followers. They didn't lose any of their business. They didn't have to pay any money to get their account back, although it was looking like they might have had to. This video is really all about that experience and how you can both prevent this from happening to you and what you can do if your account does get hacked. So stick around. So before I get started, as usual, if you like this content, please go ahead and hit the like button and click subscribe. Don't worry about getting notifications. Notifications are a real pain, so don't bother with the bell unless you're really, really super keen. Now, today's video is all about what to do if your Instagram account gets hacked. This has been going on for years, and I was completely oblivious to that. So I'm going to talk about two things. Firstly, I'm going to talk about what you need to do so that your account doesn't get hacked in the first place. Because there is a number of things that you can do which really will make it hard for somebody to break into your account, even professional hackers. And it's pretty straightforward. Now you have to if you've got multiple Instagram accounts, like if you're an influencer that has many different accounts, you have to make sure that you do this to all of your accounts. And then in the second part of this video, I'm going to take you through what to do if your account does get hacked and some of the things that I've found have worked as far as getting your account back. So let's talk about how you can prevent your account being hacked in the first place. I mean, that's the best way to handle this. If you set up the proper security with your Instagram accounts, the chances of them being hacked are very, very slim to nil. And Instagram provide this out of the box, and it's called two-factor authentication. So if you are on Facebook and you are on Instagram, and if you do any advertising on Facebook, if you've got anything valuable as far as a business asset on either of those platforms, you have to turn on two-factor authentication, and you have to turn it on today. So I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to be able to turn that on in Instagram. And you have to do this in all of your Instagram accounts as well. So I'm just going to bring my phone up on the screen so we can see, and I'll show you where you need to go. Okay, so I'm on my phone here and I've got my Instagram profile open. So make sure that you are on the correct profile. And if you've got multiple profiles, you'll need to do this on every single profile. So to switch profiles, you just click your profile name up the top and you can switch over. You can see I've got a demo account there, your Keto program. So I could switch to that one, and then you could just switch back again to the one that you want. All right, so to get into the security settings, you just go to the hamburger icon on the top right, and then you go to settings, and then you go to security, and then you go to two-factor authentication. Now, if your two-factor authentication isn't on, it will say so, and you need to turn it on. So my recommendation is to use an authentication app, which is what Instagram recommend. You can also use a text message, but if you use, say, Google Authenticator, that's the easiest way to do it, and it doesn't rely on you being able to receive a text message. So once you've got two-factor authentication turned on, you may need to let's say you've added that Instagram account to your Facebook ads account, then you may need to actually go ahead and re-add that or re-authenticate that particular connection. But once that's done, that's it. That's your security now set up. So two-factor authentication, if anything is done on your account, such as a name change or an email change or anything at all, it will require you to enter in the two-factor authentication code. And since you're the only one that can get those codes, then it makes it very, very difficult for someone to hack into your account and take it away from you. So that's how you set up your security. So the next thing that I'm going to cover is what do you do if your account gets hacked? How do you get it back? So the first thing is don't panic. There's lots of people that this has happened to them before and they've been able to get out of it without actually having to pay any money to anybody, but you do need to act quickly. So if you've noticed that your account's been hacked, then you need to take some action. But firstly, do not panic. That's not going to help anybody. So the first thing is you might be able to revert any changes that's been made to your account if you're quick enough. If anything gets changed to your account, such as your username gets changed or the email address associated with it gets changed, then Instagram will send an email to the most recent email address that's associated with the account to say, hey, this has been changed, just letting you know about that, and if you want to revert this change, click here. So I'll show you what that email will look like. So here's an example, and you want to check that it actually was sent from Instagram. So this one actually did come from Instagram. They're just letting the account holder know that the email on the Instagram account was changed and the new email. So typically what hackers will do is they'll change it to a, like a free email address from Gmail, and that might be step 1 or it might be step 2. To gain control of your account, they need to be able to get the emails firstly, and after they've done that and enough time has gone by, then you've pretty much lost the account. So you may also get an email from Instagram to say that the username has been changed. Now, if you do get this and you pick this email up quick enough, then you can click that link there which says secure your account here. You might also get a message that says you can revert the change. Now, I personally haven't seen one of those, but Instagram say that they do that, but you would need to be pretty quick to pick that one up. So that's the first way that you can, or that's the first thing you can do to get your account back. Now, if more time has gone by, it might be too late for you to actually make that change. The email account's been changed, the account number's been changed, and possibly the visibility of the account, so suddenly you can't see it anymore. So once again, don't panic. There's still more that you can do. Now, I should mention that if somebody has hacked your account because they want to get money out of you, then chances are you're going to receive an email that looks somewhat like this one, which is essentially saying that they've gained access to your Instagram account and that if you don't comply, they're going to delete your account, or they might sell your photos for advertising. There are variations on this, but as far as I can tell, it's an automated email and they are demanding some sort of a response, some sort of an answer from you. Now, some people have asked me, if I get a message like this, should I respond to them? Should I keep stringing them along? What should I do? I'm not going to provide any advice on that because I could be wrong, but Instagram themselves do say don't communicate with them. So that's the advice that comes directly from Instagram regarding these incidents. My advice is that you need to get support from Instagram as soon as you possibly can so that you can get your account restored. Now, this is where things get a little bit tricky because my experience with trying to get Instagram support was that the instructions that Instagram provide on their website, I had a lot of trouble following them. I'm a technical person and I had a lot of trouble. Maybe it's because I'm a technical person that I couldn't follow them. Anyway, so I'm going to walk you through the instructions that are on the Instagram page as to how you go about lodging a case with Instagram to tell them that your account's been hacked and you want to get it back. And I'll show you exactly where you need to go in the Instagram app to make this happen because it wasn't clear to me and it took me several hours to figure it out. So if we follow through the instructions that Instagram provide, the first thing they want you to do is to request a login link from Instagram. Now, if your email address has already been changed by the hackers, well, that's not going to work for you. So generally speaking, I think most of you who will be watching this video, that opportunity is now gone and you've got to somehow request a security code or support from Instagram. So I'm going to show you how this works on the iPhone. It works very similarly on Android. But as I say, this took me several hours to actually get this right, and it was a bit of a forehead palm slap once I actually did figure it out, but these instructions can be a little bit ambiguous, so I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. So here we are on my Instagram account. Now, if you're already logged in your Instagram to the account that's been hacked, like if you're still actually logged in, then first thing to do is to log out of that. In my case, what I did, I was already logged out, so you can select login or create a new account, which is down the bottom of the page, and then you can say log into an existing account. Okay, so you may need to have a couple of goes at this to get to the same place that I did. But from the bare login screen, if you select forgotten password, now at this stage you need to put in a username or an email address that you actually have access to, because what I've found is that if you just make it anything random and then you select need more help, it takes you to that screen. And then if you click on just next, it says no users found, so you can't go any further. So you've actually got to put in an email address that Instagram, or a username that Instagram actually recognizes. And then when you select need more help, now if you don't recognize that email address there, well then you're out of luck, which is very likely. So instead you can click the one down the bottom there that says I can't access this email or phone number. So if you select that, and then this will take you to this screen where you can request the support. So this is where you want to get to, right? So if you don't have the email address, if it's been changed, you don't have the username, it's been changed, the whole account's been disabled, you've got no access to it, this is what you need to do. So obviously if your account has been hacked or been taken over, you'd select this one here, which is my account's been hacked, and then you can go next. Now if you have a photo of yourself in your account, which hopefully you do, then this is where it makes things a little bit easier. So if you select no, I do not have a photo of myself in my account, then in the next screen you've got to verify the email address that was used to sign up for the account, and that may work for you, or if you don't have access to that email, that gets a little bit tricky. So if you go back and you say yes, I have a photo of myself in my account, you go next. This is where you can put in an email address that you know that you can access. So even if you don't have access to the email address that it was, or it's been changed, or there's some other issue, then you can enter an email address in here, and then that will start the dialogue going with Instagram support for you. So that's all for this video. Hopefully you found it useful. Hopefully it gets you out of a bind. It's really important that as soon as you get access to your account, so once you get the email from Instagram, you work things out with them, they'll restore access to your account. You need to get your password and your email changed as soon as possible, and then turn on the two-factor authentication as soon as possible, which I explained earlier on in the video. So good luck. If you notice anything different, or if you've got any questions or additional comments about this video that might help other people, please drop it down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.